While the plantation economy that enslaved the island's population and based the economy exclusively on producing crops to enrich the colonizers is a thing of the past, remnants of the system influence Saint Lucia's economy and relation to the natural environment today. The colonial agricultural system prioritized output over provision for the population and preservation of natural resources, a mechanism which gave way to subsistence farming and smaller-scale agriculture by the Maroons and newly freed people, until the development of the banana industry.
When you're in a situation in which you are in a very rough terrain and whatnot, you befriend everything around you, so that the animals, they must have had a kind of a relationship with them that is not just exploiting them too, but see how they can use them for protection.
St. Lucians today are not as totally dependent on the island's agricultural output as in the past. The country exported $282 per capita, while it imported $5,480 per capita, according to the Observatory of Economic Complexity. The primary threat to the island's environmental survival has pivoted from internal pressures to the international crisis of climate change.
That was the difference between the brigands and the slave owners. And the slave owners came out to exploit, to make profit. The brigands were surviving. How do we survive? And how do we use nature to survive?
According to the Global Forest Watch, St. Lucia lost 2.2% of its tree cover between 2001 and 2024, mostly due to agriculture and new infrastructure. The country received an on-target rating for the UN Sustainable Development Goals Permanent Deforestation Indicator, meaning that at this moment, deforestation in St. Lucia is not occurring at an unsustainable rate.
They never cut unduly the forest, for example. They would not cut the forest to make money out of it. They would only cut the forest when it's necessary.
One of the most stark environmental changes in St. Lucia has been the loss of rivers. While 96% of St. Lucians have access to drinking water and piped water is more accessible than ever, the depletion of the island's natural water sources and the ecosystems that depend on them has been attributed to climate change's effect on temperature and rainfall.
The water, for example, the springs, the rivers, these are not things you contaminate, and these are things that you cherish because you survive by them.
The World Bank lists St. Lucia as the 7th least urban country in the world, with about 84% of the island classified as rural. While the island may not be totally in the red for unsustainable use of natural resources, and the exploitation of land may not be to the same extent as the colonizers centuries ago, the country still has a duty to protect its patrimony while it can. For Choice News Now, I am Shyne Savory.